Hey, what's going on? This is Sunshine.
And E.
All right.
Hey everybody, we're back. My glasses are dirty.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll pick it up while you take care of that. We're doing like a little something new, something different. I just love just gaining a little knowledge about different things. It's just interesting stories, to be honest with you. And I should have done better in history, because history is actually real interesting. I never did good. Well, I guess school-wise, I'm a numbers guy, so math was my thing. So put more of my energy on that. But here we're going to do 5 true history stories you weren't supposed to know. So now we can kind of judge these stories on some of the stories we've actually heard historically. And there's going to be 5 of them. So we're going to break these down in 5 different parts, and you can check them out. This is going to be part number 1, or story number 1. And so let's just get into it. Before we do me a favor, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, also share, comment below. So come on, let's go.
Whether it be due to embarrassment, espionage, or international diplomacy, there are lots of true moments in history that are hidden from the general population. But as time goes on, many of these secrets are uncovered, and the real stories and true history of the world comes to light. Number 5. In 1965, a team of mountaineers set off to reach the summit of Nanda Devi, a mountain in the Himalayas and the tallest entirely within the borders of India. But the expedition was hit with poor weather conditions. Heavy snowfall and a lack of oxygen meant they had to turn back. The group planned to return the following year. Before they left the mountain, they stashed the device they had been carrying with them, believing they would be able to find it again the next year. The device was a nuclear-powered sensor, and the team of mountaineers came from the CIA and Indian intelligence services. Both countries were growing increasingly concerned by China's developing nuclear arsenal. China had nuclear weapons and it was testing missiles, but the location was too far for US spies to get good information about, unless they tried to spy from the Himalayas. After the success of the Everest summit a few years earlier, the CIA figured a tall enough mountain inside a friendly nation like India would be perfect to spy from. India agreed to go ahead with the plan. The sensor was powered by plutonium. Radioactive decay would cause waste heat, which would be used to power the sensor.
Oh, excuse me.
It's the same method NASA uses to power some of the Mars rovers. When the team was forced to turn back, they hid the device, including the stash of plutonium. But when the team returned the following year, they could not find the device. Multiple missions were sent up to Nanda Devi to try to find the plutonium. For several months, helicopters equipped with neutron detectors scanned the mountain, but it turned up nothing. The teams eventually concluded an avalanche swept the plutonium down the mountain, though some suspected India may have sent up a mission to retrieve the device before Americans could get to it. Most believe the plutonium is still on the mountain somewhere though, and there has been fear about what the nuclear material might have done and still could be doing to the natural environment. Nanda Devi feeds the Ganges River, one of the most sacred rivers in Southeast Asia. Some reports have suggested traces of plutonium made it into the water, though nothing conclusive has ever been found. Locals also blame the heat from the plutonium as causing the devastating recent floods in the area, though this has also been dismissed as unlikely. The lost plutonium remained a secret until 1978, after it was revealed by a journalist for the Outside magazine, with the possibility of other secretive Cold War operations that may yet have come to light. It's unknown how many similar incidents of true history we're not supposed to know about that are out there.
Oh, okay. Wow.
So,
Okay.
first of all, plutonium, what is that?
Yes, plutonium is just a certain material that you use to so almost like a fuel, like you have gas, you have this plutonium, because
But what is it used for?
I mean, to power certain things or whatever.
Okay.
If I'm understanding, because that's what there was in Back to the Future. He was talking about plutonium.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So, with that being said, they felt like India possibly took it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But they said right after that they felt like it's still there somewhere.
Right.
Because they kind of scanned around to try to find it, then it's not there. Either they took it, it's still there, or it's not there.
Right.
So, I mean...
I think either someone took it, but it's supposed to be a secret mission. I guess that's what they made it seem like. Either someone took it, or it, like I said, something happened as far as environmentally that it, like I said, got in the water or whatever. Because I gotta believe that when they went and tried to detect it and they couldn't find it, I have to believe when they first put it there, they tried that and said, it's working, we can detect it. Now when we come back, because if they never did initially, this like, oh, we can't find it, let's go out there, it may still be there. Maybe your device, whatever, is not working or something. So I'm just saying, seemed like they would have tried that before and said, okay, we know. And because of the time, because it went way back, it's different. But technology today, if that was happening, they would probably put something on the device that will inform them, if it's something being moved or something's happening to it. So they can kind of keep a little track, I would assume.
Okay, so if you're going to leave something there, that you had to get approval from that country.
Right.
Seemed like somebody would have, okay, for 2 months you go out there, for 2 months you go, when you relieve of it, that somebody would have stayed there. I'm just saying, maybe I'm going a little bit overboard, but I'm just saying it seemed like just to make sure that.
Well, I think it was based on the weather, so it really didn't matter. Because if you've seen, they had little camps or they went up the mountains. They're supposed to get to the top. So as they was going, they couldn't get up there. So they were supposed to. So when they got as far as they could, where it was going to be dangerous, they had to go back. That's where they said, we're going to stash this. We're going to put it here. Next year we're coming. We'll take. So that it was the weather that stopped them from that. But I understand what you're saying. It seems like you said somebody on duty at all times. Mm-hmm. But I think, unless. Yeah, and they might not have thought there would have been an issue, but maybe where they did get was okay as far as the weather. They just couldn't go forward. In that case, I could see, okay, let's have somebody periodically check, make sure it's there until that year we're going to take it to the next level. So yeah, it makes sense. So but that's the first story. I mean, you got to be really like in that kind of stuff that really would boost your interest in this. But it still lends to a lot of what goes down in the back rooms of things, or what goes on that we really don't know. Doesn't seem like. So sometimes when you think, man, and they're willing to do that or they can do that, what else can they do? So that's where that puts me in that little space. But that's the first story, which was the number 5, and they count down. We're going to count up. So this is part 1. Check on part 2. But we're going to get out of here. Before we do me a favor, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Also share and comment below. And I do believe that's it.
That's it. Thanks for listening
to Sunshine and E.